The Mario franchise has done so much for the video game industry ever since its creation. The entire medium likely wouldn't exist today if Nintendo hadn't gone, okay look, I know everyone kinda hates video games right now because every developer just decided to stop caring, but hear me out. We made a new game console. We put a robot in the box as well. We put a gun in the box too? Anyone want to shoot this duck? Got this Italian guy here. When 3D games started to become possible, every other developer started crying and peeing their pants because no one knew how to make a 3D game. Then Nintendo showed up and said, step aside. We made an Italian guy. And gave him girth. And they even let Philips make a Mario game and taught the video game industry not to let Philips make a video game. All of these games led us to what I believe to be the pinnacle of the Mario franchise. A game with better controls than Mario Sunshine, a game with better level design than Mario Galaxy, and a game that isn't Mario 3D Land. I am of course talking about
Super Mario Odyssey!
Jesus Christ, man, it's a game, not a declaration of war. The gameplay of Mario Odyssey is the only reason I have put so much time into it. It's not like there's some captivating story with deep lore to research. I mean, it's Mario we're talking about here. In terms of level design, the game is split up into these large, open kingdoms. The player is required to collect a certain number of power moons to progress to the next kingdom. These kingdoms contain several sub-areas with platforming challenges to complete. Each kingdom also has a story mission that usually consists of, hey! Some weirdo is trying to steal our people's prized big beans of prosperity. Mario! Go kick his ass! However, these missions are rarely ever required to progress, as you can usually find enough power moons lying around. The great thing about this structure is that it allows the player to complete the game how they want to. We've all had that experience where you get to that part of a game that makes you want to drive a fork right into your jugular. However, if you find a challenge in Mario Odyssey that you don't want to do, you can just not. You can absolutely just drop into some town that's being terrorized by a creature beyond human comprehension. I don't get it. Steal some of their stuff and get back to the ship. Let them deal with it, not your problem now. While the overall game structure and level design are both incredible, the part of the game that's kept me engaged enough to spend nearly 800 hours in a children's game is the controls. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this creepy little thing move. I think his name is Mackerel or something. Alright, so basically, if you press the A button here, he'll do that, I guess. And this little stick thing here, that'll make him move around like a little freak he is. He can also dive and do this little roll thing, but I don't like to talk about it because it scares me. It also gives me this rash. But yeah, I mean, there really isn't much else to it. I mean, this game is pretty simple movement, honestly. You can't really expect much from a baby game like this. If you want real movement, go play Frogger. Guys, I'm a speedrunner. I started speedrunning Mario Odyssey back in 2018. However, it took until 2020 before I fully lost all respect and actually committed to getting a good time. Mario Odyssey's movement and open design makes for such a fun speed game, with a run featuring some crazy strats that even has Frogger shaking in his boots. My current time is a 108.49, placing me around 570th in the world, which sounds pretty good until you remember that this is a children's game, who cares. However, speedrunning is the only way I've wasted my time with this game, far from it. I used to be a proud member of the Super Mario Odyssey trick jump community. Trick jumping can be defined as the act of giving myself carpal tunnel syndrome in order to perform meaningless jumps that literally accomplish nothing and sometimes take countless hours to complete. And I was damn good at them! I was so devoted to this life, I made an entire Twitter account dedicated to just doing the same jump 100 times. And I didn't even do it! So why did I decide to stop doing this? While it was partially related to the fact that the community has a new controversy every other week, multiple different members of the community have been outed as pedophiles, and trick jumpers have overall become the laughingstock of the rest of the Mario Odyssey community. But actually, the jumps were just too hard. Before we continue, I'd like to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Loopy Fruits! When I'm not involving myself in the most problematic communities I can, I like to involve myself in a nice neat bowl of Loopy Fruits. Fun fact! Did you know that 1 in 3 people who don't eat Loopy Fruits die suddenly and unexpectedly every day? Loopy Fruits, available now for only $29.999999. Metro Kingdom is the best kingdom in the game by far. That also has one of the worst challenges in the game. I've still grinded it for a high score though, which is the reason my family gave me for not letting me attend Christmas dinner. Whoopsie! Now seems like a good time to finally mention the game's main mechanic, the capture. This thing is pretty damn cool. You can be a frog, a zipper, or a cactus. Aw man, I died. Huh? What? Uh-oh. I've been told I'm not allowed to spoil the game, so here's some really cool blurred footage. They put that in the Mario game? You go there in the Mario game? You can do that in the Mario game? This is Frogger. While Mario Odyssey may be my favorite game, I can still acknowledge that it has its shortcomings. Many have pointed out the overabundance of moons, with the game containing a whopping with a lot of those just sitting around on a rock or something. Despite the high moon count, only 124 need to be collected to finish the main game, meaning if you just play to reach the credits, the game is fairly short. Now, I personally don't believe you should only play to the credits and rather should play at least until beating the final big challenge unlocked at 500 moons. However, many people see this as additional post-game content, which means a lot of people will simply stop at the credits. One of the biggest complaints I see is the difficulty, or lack thereof. I mean, if this thing can beat your game in just over an hour, then yeah, I'd say it's probably too easy. All of these complaints are completely valid, and some of them are even ones that I experienced on my first playthrough. However, all of these issues are far outweighed by the memories that this game has given me over the past 5 years, and because of that, it will always be my favorite game. Damn, this is Frogger again!